Welcome students to my class today. In the last class I have told you that today we will start with the topic method of intervals or Wavy curve rule. It will be very useful for study to study inequations, and in increasing decreasing functions we have to study inequations frequently. So let us consider the function f(x). Consider the function f defined by f(x) equals to x minus a1 to the power n1 into x minus a2 to the power n2 dot x minus ak to the power nk whole divided by x minus b1 to the power m1 x minus b2 to the power m2 x minus bp whole to the power m3, where all the ni's and nj's, these are all natural numbers, ai and bj's, these are all real numbers. I varies from 1 to 3 up to k, and j varies from 1 to 3 up to p. This is our function. Now I have to study this type of inequation. First of all, it is greater than 0, this may be less than 0, this may be greater equal to 0, this may be less than equal to 0. We have to study these 4 types of inequations involving this type of functions. So there are several steps that we have to note down. Step 1. Mark the zeros of the numerator and denominator on the number line. Here the zeros of the numerator are a1, a2, a3, ak, and the zeros of the denominator are b1, b2, b3, b3. We have to mark all these zeros on the number line. And especially the zeros of the denominator, that should be marked in this way, open circle, because these points can't be in the solution, because for these values of x the function becomes undefined. Okay, step 1. Then step 2. Study the value of the function for a value of the variable x which is more than the rightmost 0. Study the value of f(x) for an x which is greater than the rightmost 0. Step 3. If it is positive, if you find this value positive, then start your graph from the upper part of the real line. If you find this value negative, then start your graph from the lower part of the real line, and then go through all the zeros you have marked on number line. Then you have to take care of the fact that whether that 0 is an ordinary or a double zero. What is an ordinary zero? If this power n1 into nk or m1 into mp, these are all even powers, then that point is a double point. In that case, you can't cross the number line. You have to bounce from that point. And if this is odd, then you have to cross the number line through the point. Now let us solve some examples. Then we can feel the rule from heart. That is very necessary. For example, let us consider the function f given by fx equals to x minus 1 whole square, then x plus 1 whole cube, then x minus 2 whole divided by x plus 3 whole to the power 7 into x plus 2 whole to the power 4 into x minus 7. Now let us solve all the four inequations. All the four inequations means first one greater than 0, second one less than 0, greater equal to 0 and less equal to 0. So our first duty is to mark the zeros on the number line. Zeros of numerator and denominator on the number line. So draw the number line first. This is plus infinity, this is minus infinity. The zeros are, leftmost is minus 3. Say this is minus 3, this is minus 2, this is minus 1, this is 1, this is 1, then this is 2, then this is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 zeros. Combining both numerator and denominator. Check again. Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 1, 2, 7. Okay. Now in the next step I have told you that start taking any real number more than the rightmost 0. Here the rightmost 0 is 7. So let us take 8. If you put x equals to 8 here, you will find the result is positive because this is positive, this is positive, this is positive. Every term is positive. So start to draw graph from here, upper part of x-axis, upper part of real line. Now, when you are crossing 7, look, 7 is an ordinary point because it has an odd power 1. So your graph continues in this way. Then check whether 2. Now check 2 is a double point because no, 2 is an ordinary point, power 1. So it will again cross the point 2. Next check what type of point, what type of 0 is 1. 1 is a double 0 because x minus 1 has an exponent even. So your graph will be like this. It will bounce from 1. It will not cross 1. It will not cross the number line through the point 1. It will bounce at the point 1 because the factor x minus 1 has an even power. Next check, minus 1 is ordinary 0 because it has odd exponent. So your graph will cross through minus 1. Then go to minus 2. Minus 2 is again a double point because it has even power here. So your graph will be like this. It will bounce from minus 2. Then minus 3 is a simple point because it has odd power. So it will then go in this way. This is completed. Now, number 1, solution of fx greater than 0 is, now find where the graph is above the x-axis. Next our duty was to mark the zeros of the denominator with open circle. Minus 3, this will be open circle. Minus 2, this will be open circle because these points can't belong to the solution. And this 7 will be open circle. Fx is more than here, here, here and here. So start from the left side. Solution will be minus infinity to minus 3 open. Minus 3 can't be included in the solution because for x equals minus 3 fx becomes undefined. Then it goes upward from here. Minus 1 cannot be within the solution because the inequality is greater than 0, so it can't vanish. Union 1, minus 1 to 1 open. 1 will be open because 1 cannot belong to the solution because this is greater than 0. 1 to 1, then union 1 to 2, then union 7 to infinity. Minus 3 to minus infinity to minus 3, minus 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 7 to infinity. This is the solution for fx greater than 0. Next, solution of fx less than 0 is, now check in which interval the graph lies below the number line. Here, so this will be minus 3 to minus 2 open, union, then minus 2 to minus 1 open, then union 2 to 7. These are all open intervals because no point can be within the solution because this is strictly less than 0. So fx equals 0 is not permitted here. So the answer is minus 3 to minus 2, minus 1, minus 2 to minus 1 and then 2 to 7. Next, I am erasing this. Number 3. Solution of fx greater equals 0 is, now equals 0 is permitted here. So our solution will be minus infinity to minus 3 1. Minus 3 cannot be included because this is 0 of denominator. Union here greater equals 0. Here it will be minus 1 to 2 closed greater equals 0. So this 1 will be included in this part, minus 1 to 2. Then union 7 to infinity. This will be open because 7 can't be within the solution. Greater equals 0. This will be minus infinity to minus 3 closed, minus 1 to 2, then 7 to infinity open. Number 4. Solution of fx lesser equals to 0. Lesser equals to 0. Minus 3 cannot be within the solution. Minus 2 also cannot be within the solution. Union minus 2 to minus 1 will be closed because minus 1 can be within the solution. This is closed interval. Minus 1 will be closed. Then it goes upward. So this will be excluded now from this point. Union closed 2 to 7 open. Look, the curve is below the number line here, minus 3 to minus 2, both will be excluded, so open interval, union, then minus 2 to minus 1 is being included, so this is closed interval. Then it goes downward from this part. 2 remains closed because 2 is in the solution, but 7 cannot be in the solution because there is an open circle. So your answer is lesser equals 0, minus 3 to minus 2 union, open, minus 2 to minus 1 closed, close to the circle. Okay. So this is the solution technique of inequalities that will be used frequently in our coming discussions. Now, type 1 problems where problems on finding intervals where where the given function is increasing oblique decreasing, or strictly increasing, strictly decreasing. This is our heading. Now suppose you are given a function f(x) equals to 2x cubed minus 9x square plus 12x plus 15, and you are asked to find intervals where the function is increasing and where the function is decreasing. Now make your habit, when you are facing some function, first try to find its domain. You must make it your habit. Now, being a polynomial function, its domain is full real number line. So its domain df is full R. Now find its derivative f dash x. This will be 6x square minus 18x plus 12. Take 6 common, x square minus 3x plus 2. So factorize it. You will get 6 into x minus 1 into x minus 2. Now for f(x) to be increasing, we must have f dash x greater equals 0. That implies 6 into x minus 1 into x minus 2 greater equals 0. That implies x minus 1 into x minus 2 greater equals 0 because 6 is positive. Now draw your number line here. Plot the zeros. Here only 2 zeros are there because it has no denominator. Obviously denominator is 1. Now take a point more than the rightmost zero, say 3. Put 3 here, it is positive. So start your graph from here, and there is no double point. So your graph will be like this. Greater equals 0 where x belongs to minus infinity 1 closed union closed to infinity open. So the function is increasing in this. But if you are asked to find strictly increasing, so write f(x) is strictly increasing in minus infinity, then 1 will be open, union 2 will also be open because strictly greater than 0, then 2 to infinity. So function is increasing here and strictly increasing here. From this solution, from this solution we reject 1 and 2 because there the derivative vanishes. So subtracting those 2 points, we can remain with this interval where the function is strictly increasing and the function is increasing here. Okay. Next, if we are to find the intervals where the function is decreasing, their answer will be decreasing. We must have f dash x lesser equals 0. So this is lesser equals 0 only this part. So x belongs to close 1 to 2. So the function is decreasing in closed interval and is strictly decreasing in open one. Then we exclude the points 1 and 2. So take a similar problem as homework. Fx is 2x cube plus 9x square plus 12x plus 20. Obviously here also domain is full R. Your answer is increasing in open minus infinity minus 2 closed union minus 1 closed to infinity open and strictly increasing in minus infinity to minus 2 open union minus 1 open to infinity and decreasing in closed minus 2 to minus 1 and strictly decreasing in open minus 2 to 1. Okay? Now let us go to the next question. Fx equals x plus 1 whole cube into x minus 1 into x minus 3 whole cube. So here also its domain is full R, being a polynomial function. So find f dash x. This will be 3 into x plus 1 whole square into x minus 3 whole cube plus 3 into x minus 3 whole square into x plus 1 whole cube. Now we can take common 3 into x plus 1 whole square into x minus 3 whole square. We get x minus 3 plus x plus 1 here. This becomes 2x minus 2, take common 2. You get 6 into x plus 1 whole square, x minus 3 whole square into x minus 1. 2x minus 2, we take 2 common, so x minus 1. Right. Now, draw a number line. The zeros of f dash x are, this is minus 1, this is 1 and this is 3. Rightmost 0 is 3, take more than 3, any point, say 4, this is positive, this is positive, this is also positive. Start from here, you can't cross 3 because 3 is a double point, because x minus 3 has an even power. So this will bounce from 3, then it will cross at the point 1. Then minus 1 is also a double point, so this will be bouncing from this point. Okay, now for fx to be increasing, f dash x greater equal 0. That is 6 into x plus 1 whole square, x minus 3 whole square into x minus 1. This is greater equal 0. Greater equal to 0. The curve is above the line here. So closed 1 and 3. X belongs to closed 1, 3. 1, 3 will also be the same. 1, 3 closed 1 to infinity. Closed 1 to infinity. Are strictly increasing. If they ask for strictly increasing, fx to be strictly increasing, dash x should be strictly more than 0. In that case, x will belong to open 1 comma 3 open union 3 comma infinity. In this interval the function will be strictly increasing. Similarly for strictly decreasing, this will be open -1 to 1 and -infinity to -1. Gets to be decreasing fx is lesser equal to 0. This will be lesser equal to 0. Then the solution will be lesser equals to 0. So x will belong to -infinity, -1, lesser equals to 0. So -infinity to 1 closed. This is the solution for monotonically decreasing. And strictly decreasing, then this will be strictly less than 0. Then the solution will be x belongs to -infinity to -1 union -1 to 1 open. Next, let us consider the problem. Fx equals to ln of 1 plus x minus 2x by x plus 2. So our duty is to first find df, domain of the function. So look, for this to be defined we must have 1 plus x greater than 0, and for this to be defined we must have x plus 2 not equal to. This gives x belongs to x is more than -1. So -1 to infinity, and this gives x not equal to -2. So we have to look, -2 is not included in this interval. So our df is open -1 to infinity open. Now find derivative of the function. F dash x will be 1 by 1 plus x minus 2 into x by x plus 2. So you can thought it as 1 minus 2 by x plus 2. 2 into x by x plus 2. X can be thought of as x plus 2 minus 2. X plus 2 by x plus 2 is 1 and minus 2 by x plus 2. Now making derivative 1 will be 0. So this will be 2 by x plus 2 whole square. So you get ultimately 1 by x plus 1 minus 4 by x plus 2 whole square. Now our LCM is x plus 1 into x plus 2 whole square. This will become x plus 2 whole square minus 4 into x plus 1. This will be x square plus 4x minus 4x cancel, plus 4 minus 4 cancel. So x square by x plus 1 into x plus 2 whole square. X square by x plus 1 into x plus 2 whole square. Right. Now draw your number line. This is plus infinity, this is minus infinity. Look, 0 of the numerator is 0. And zeros of denominator are minus 1 and minus 2. Say this is minus 2, this is minus 1. the zeros of denominator should be marked with open circle because this can't belong to the solution. Now take any value more than the rightmost zero. Rightmost zero is 0 here. So take 1. If you take x equals 1, this is positive. So start drawing graph from here. 0 is a double point. So the graph will bounce from 0. Then 1 is an ordinary point. So it will cross through -1. Then -2 is again a double point. So it will bounce from -2 also and go in this way. So for increasing function, you have f dash x greater equals 0. That will imply x belongs to greater equals 0. Greater equal to 0. So this will be open -1, 0 will be included to infinity. And for strictly increasing f dash x greater than 0, this will give you x belongs to -1 to 0 open union 0 to infinity open. Strictly increasing -1 to 0 and 0 to infinity. And in this portion -2 to -1 which is beyond the domain of definition of the function, so the function will never be decreasing because this is not within the domain of the function. So here the function will be only increasing. Increasing in simply increasing in this and strictly increasing in this. Okay. Next, let us consider the function fx equals to 4x square plus 1 by x. So that is actually you have 4x plus 1 by x. So look here, df will be the set of real numbers minus the singleton set containing 0 because 0 will be excluded from the set. So domain will not contain 0 here. Now find f dash x. F dash x is 4 minus 1 by x square. If you take 1 by x square common, you get 4x square minus 1. If you take 4 common, you get 4x square into x square minus 1 by 4. X plus half into x minus half. It is my suggestion, don't keep any numerical coefficient in before of x. Any numerical coefficient you must take it common outside. It will help you to find the zeros of the numerator and denominator. So now plot the zeros on number line of numerator and denominator. Plus infinity, minus infinity. Zeros are, denominator 0 is 0, minus of plus of. This is half and this is minus of. Now take any point more than the rightmost 0. Here rightmost 0 is plus of. Take 1. If you take x equals 1, then numerator is positive, denominator is positive. So your graph starts from here. Half is an ordinary 0, so it will cross through half. 0 is a double point because it has even power. So it will bounce from 0 and then it will cross through minus half because minus half is an ordinary 0. Now proceed similarly for increasing function f dash x greater equals 0, that will be the x belongs to greater equal to 0. This 0 will be open circle because 0 can't be within the solution set. Greater equals 0, so this will be minus infinity to minus half, this is closed. Then union half to open infinity. Half to open infinity. This is for increasing function. For strictly increasing functions, strictly greater than 0, then x belongs to minus infinity to minus half open union half open to infinity. For decreasing function, f dash x lesser equal 0, that will give you x belongs to lesser equal to 0. So this will be closed minus half to 0 open, because 0 can't be within the solution set. Union 0 to half closed. And for strictly decreasing function, this will be minus half to 0 open union 0 to half open. Okay. Next, let us go to the problem. Fx equals to twice ln of x minus 2 minus x square plus 4x plus 1. Look, this part is a polynomial function. This is defined for all x. So you have to check this part. So this part will be defined only when x minus 2 greater than 0. That is x greater than 2. So your df will be open 2 to infinity. This will be your domain of definition. Write df here. df will be open 2 to infinity. Now find f dash x. F dash x will be 2 by x minus 2, then minus 2x, then plus 4. Take 2 common, you get 1 by x minus 2 minus, here it becomes x minus 2. 2 by x minus 2 common, it will give you 1 minus x minus 2 whole square. This will be minus 2 by x minus 2, x minus 2 whole square minus 1 square, minus 2 by x minus 2, this will become x minus 1 into x minus 3. So finally I am writing minus 2 into x minus 1 into x minus 3 by x minus 2. Now let us draw the number line. This is plus infinity, this is minus infinity. The zeros are 1, 2, 3. All the zeros are ordinary 0. And the 0 of denominator is 2, so this must be marked with open circle, because this point can't belong to the solution set. Now take any point more than 3, 4. For 4 this becomes negative, so your graph starts below the number line. It will cross through 3, then it will cross through 2, then it will cross through 1. Okay. Now for fx to be increasing, f dash x greater equal 0, that will give you x belongs to greater equal to 0. So this will be minus infinity to 1 closed union 2 open, 3 closed. And for fx to be strictly increasing, fx strictly greater than 0, then x belongs to minus infinity to 1 open union 2 to 3 open. But look here, the domain of definition is to infinity. So this part will be will have no meaning here. So your answer will be this: open 2 to 3 closed for increasing function, and for strictly increasing function it will be open 2 comma 3. That's why it is necessary to consult the domain of definition. Okay. Next, for decreasing and strictly decreasing, for fx to be decreasing, f dash f lesser equals 0, lesser equals 0 where? Look, you can't go on the left side of 2, so this will be only in the interval close 3 to infinity open, and this will be strictly decreasing in open 3 to infinity. Okay, so always find the domain of definition of the function, otherwise you will mislead to wrong answer. Next, consider the function fx equals to sine 3x. Here domain is given to be x belongs to closed 0 to pi by 2. That is, you have to study the function within this interval. Find derivative f dash x, this will be 3 cos of 3x. Now find where f dash x vanishes. So f dash x equals 0, this gives cos 3x equals 0, this gives 3x equals to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, n belongs to z. This is general solution. That gives x equals to 2n plus 1 into pi by 6, n belongs to z. Now we have to find the solutions within this portion. So for n equals 0, you get x equals to pi by 6. For n equals to minus 1, you get x equals to minus 2 plus 1 minus pi by 2. Minus 2 plus 1 minus pi by 6. This doesn't belong to your domain. 0 to pi by 2 closed. For n equals to 1, your x equals to 3 pi by 2. Pi by 2 belongs to close 0 to pi by 2. If you take n equals to 2, then it will be to the 4 plus the 5 pi by 6. This is beyond the interval. So we have to consider only these 2 points. And these 2 points, actually this point coincides with the extreme point, so only this point separate the interval into 2 parts, and they are, right, point x equals to pi by 6, divide the interval into 2 parts. They are 0 to pi by 6 and pi by 6 to pi by 2. Now we have to study the nature of f dash x in each interval. Now when x belongs to 0 to pi by 6, that implies x is more than 0, less than pi by 6. Here it is 3x, here it is 3x, so multiply by 3, you get 3x is more than 0, less than pi by 2. So when 3x lies between 0 and pi by 2, then cos 3x is positive. So you get f dash x equals to 3 cos 3x greater than 0 for all x belongs to open 0 to pi by 6. So fx is strictly increasing in open 0 to pi by 6. The open, if you put 0, then also positive, so you can close the point 0. 0 to pi by 6. Okay. Then next let choose x from this interval. When x belongs to this interval, that is pi by 6 to pi by 2 close, that implies multiply by 3, you get pi by 2, 3 pi by 2. So when 3x lies between pi by 2 and 3 by 2, that is second and third quadrant, in those quadrants cos 3x is negative. So you can write three plus 3x is less than 0 for all x belongs to open pi by 6 to pi by 2 open, because at pi by 2 this becomes 0, so strictly less than 0, so x belongs to this. So you can say fx is strictly decreasing in pi by 6 to pi by 2 open, strictly decreasing. And it will be decreasing in then close interval you can take pi by 6 to pi by 2 close. Okay. So next, let us go to the problem. Fx equals to 4 sin x minus 2x minus x cos x whole divided by 2 plus cos x, and you have given the interval to be closed 0 to 2 pi. That is, you have to study the nature of the function within that interval. First look, this can't vanish because minimum value of cos x is minus 1, and the numerator is a sine function, cos function, this is polynomial function, so this is defined for all real x. So here domain is total real number, but you have to study the nature of the function within this interval. So first find derivative of function f dash x. This will be apply quotient rule. Whole square. This will be 4 cos x minus 2 minus 1 into cos x minus x into sin x. This will become 3 cos x minus 2 plus x sin x by 2 plus cos x the whole square. Sin x minus 2x minus x cos x by 2 plus cos x when we get derivative, oh, we have done mistake here. Quotient rule, derivative of numerator into denominator, that is excluded here. So this will be 4 cos x minus 2 minus cos x minus plus x sin x into 2 plus cos x, compulsory minus derivative of denominator, this will be minus sin x into numerator unchanged, that is 4 sin x minus 2x minus x cos x whole divided by 2 plus cos x. This will be, after simplification you will get this cos x into 4 minus cos x by 2 plus cos x whole square. Now look, this factor is always positive because maximum value of cos x is plus 1. So 4 minus cos x is always positive. 2 plus cos x is also, this is also always positive. Now the factor is where cos x is positive and where cos x is negative. In the portion 0 to 2 pi, cos x is positive in only 0 to pi by 2 and then 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. And in the other part, that is from pi by 2 to 3 by 2, this is negative. So you can write in this way. This is greater than 0 for all x belongs to 0 to pi by 2 union 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi, and less than 0 for all x belongs to open pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. So we can conclude that the function is strictly increasing in this interval and strictly decreasing in this interval. Okay? Next, let us consider the function fx equals to sin x plus cos x. Here you are asked to study the nature of the function within the closed interval 0 to 2 pi. F dash x, this will be cos x minus sin x. So write it in this way. If you take minus root 2 common, this will become 1 by root 2 sin x minus 1 by root 2 cos x. So you can write it as minus root 2 sin of x minus pi by 4. Now, according to given question, x belongs to this interval. This means x is greater equals to lesser equals to 2 pi. So if you subtract minus pi by 4, you get minus pi by 4 minus pi by 4. So this becomes 7 pi by 4. Here it is sin. Minus pi by 4 means from this part. When sin is concerned, then from minus pi by 4 to 0, sin is negative. Then from this 0 to pi, sin is positive. Where is 7 pi by 4? 7 pi by 4 is here. And in this part, sin will be again negative. So 3 parts arises. First part is minus pi by 4 greater equals to x minus pi by 4 greater equal to 0. Then 0 to pi by 4 lesser equals to pi, and then this will be up to 7 pi by 4. Now go back to x. For this pi by 4 is added, you get 0 pi by 4, pi by 4 that equals to x lesser equals to 5 pi by 4, 5 pi by 4 that equals to x lesser equals to 2 pi. So we have to study separately in the intervals. First one is 0 to pi by 4, then pi by 4 to 5 pi by 4, and then 5 pi by 4 to 2 pi. Now follow. When x belongs to 0 to pi by 4, then x minus pi by 4 belongs to minus pi by 4 to 0. So here sign is negative. Here already minus. So this will be greater than 0 for all x belongs to open 0 to pi by 4. Next, consider this interval. Then x minus pi by 4 lies between 0 to pi. Here sign is positive, but minus root is there, so this will be less than 0 for all x belongs to the next interval. Next interval was pi by 4 to 5 pi by 4. In the third interval, x minus pi by 4 lies between pi and 7 pi by 4. Their sign is negative, here it is minus root 2. So this will ultimately be greater than 0 for all x belongs to the next interval 5 pi by 4 to 2 pi. So it is easy to conclude. The function fx is strictly increasing in 0 to pi by 4, union pi by 4 to 2 pi. F is strictly increasing in 0 to pi by 4 union 5 pi by 4 comma 2 pi, and strictly decreasing in this part in pi by 4 comma 5 pi by 4. So let us come to the end of today's class. In the next class, we will discuss more problems on this chapter that will be helpful to you. Till then, goodbye.